I love him, you know. He reminds me a lot of my son, to be quite honest with you. You're welcome to say I'm going insane. I can't blame you for being so skeptical of all this, but here's the thing, I'm not insane. As a matter of fact, I'm perfectly fine. You see, a month ago, something really bad and tragic happened, but it didn't leave me dumbstruck, because I knew that somehow I could possibly get those feelings of love for my son back by bringing him back, of course. And in what way could I do that? Well, there was an old mannequin down the street in a garage sale that I saw. Cute little thing. I picked it up and I brought it in the house, and I dressed it in my son's clothes, and the next thing I know, I felt like a dad again. I already lost my wife in a car crash previously, and well, unfortunately I wasn't quick enough for that realization to set in. It was only when my son was in the same tragic accident that I decided I would try to, well, bring him back. And that's what I did. Every now and again he would sit in the corner of the room with his long smile, looking up at the ceiling. Every night I would bring him to bed and put him to sleep, and the next morning he would be downstairs on the sofa just watching TV, as he usually would. And then I would go in the kitchen and do him his favourite meals. Fish fingers. After that, I would then take a break, maybe for 5 minutes, watch the TV along with him. That being said, it would mainly be static, but it was the only show that we could have after the fact that we had to cut the cable, considering I was beginning to lose a lot of money from my previous job, and I was trying to find another one. And although my life wasn't stable, at least I had my son there with me. Things were truly looking up. They were even great, I'd go as far as to say anyway, but sorry, just thinking of the fond memories. We go to the park every now and again, and although I'd get strange looks, I'd still be very happy that my son was there with me. I was the dad that probably was, in his eyes, the best dad to ever be in his life. I got home that day, and I did him as usual, and he ate all of his tea, and after that I watched a couple of cartoons with him. Then came the time to go to sleep. I never really liked sleep, because that was the one moment I'd never be able to see my beautiful child. But I'd know he'd be safe. I always knew. And in the back of my mind it would reassure me, and then I'd nod off myself. The next morning, however, is when things got a bit, well, out of the ordinary. My neighbour came round to probably ask for something as usual, and I was at the front door at the time, just listening in, and he said he wanted to borrow my lawnmower, which I could never really pass upon the offer. I mean, after all, he was my neighbour. So, I did what I did, going into the backyard and grabbed the lawnmower. It was only when I came back that I heard a gasp. What's the gasp all about? I said, with a curious and somewhat shaky voice. Sorry, it's just that doll really creeps me out. Why do you have that in your house exactly? So, the doll? No, you're terribly mistaken. That's my son, I said in a rather confident voice. Your son? Right, okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for the lawnmower, it's greatly appreciated. I'll see you, the neighbour said with a slight chuckle as he left. I didn't know what he was so scared about, honestly. The next morning I awoke with a jolt, as I was excited to see my son, and there he was, daily routine, watching static on the TV, and I was proud. I really was. And I went to the kitchen, did myself a snack, and then there was a knock at the door. I gradually went to open it, of course, with slight skepticism on my face. Hey, here's your lawnmower back. How's your son? The neighbor said with a fake tone of voice. He's fine, I said, chuckling and being very happy with myself. That's great, that's good. Yeah, so, as I said, here's your lawnmower back. Thanks again. I'll leave now. Nice seeing you again. As he turned around to leave, I shut the door. A smile crept across my face as I slowly looked towards my son, still sitting on the sofa, watching his favorite cartoons. I then went upstairs and cleaned the rooms, making sure that no dirt or dust could remain in them, obviously, and to make sure things were clean. Eventually, the time came where I'd done all my work. I felt happy with myself. I'd accomplished all my daily and mundane tasks, and now I could spend the day with my son, just relaxing and watching cartoons. Eventually, it was time for us to go to sleep again, and as I said, I reassured myself that he'd be alright, and I then went to sleep. Everything was normal. I was just in the dream world when all of a sudden I woke up. And in the corner there on the rocking chair was my son. He's alright, I said to myself. And then he dodged up from the chair and came walking over to me. I smiled. And then I laughed. And then I gave him a hug as I drifted off. So, you're sure that your neighbor was in there yesterday, right? I'm positive. He was saying something about his son? I don't know. Quite frankly, I think he was okay. Alright, we'll go in the building. Everyone, form up on me. We're going in. Oh my god. This place is a mess. Who could live in this place? Probably the guy that lived here previously. This is gonna be a lot of paperwork. When do you reckon we can get a case in here? I don't know. Looks like a suicide as well by the looks of it, so... There are no fingerprints. Really? I'm afraid so, Police Inspector. By the looks of it, whatever guy here had no fingerprints, and they got away with the murder in a very clean fashion. Alright, let's report this. Get it out as quickly as we can. Well, thank you for watching. This one was different. I found it on, the creepypasta wiki, thought I'd read it, and, what a nightmare fuel. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, people. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I have mixed messages personally, but anyway, that's all I'm going to say for now. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, and you like the content you see, please be sure to subscribe. I make many videos dedicated to the scary, the creepy, and downright disturbing. If you want to keep up to date with me, there's stuff in the description for all that. But thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.